happy quarantine. We are approaching the very last leg of the lockdown. Things are gradually opening up. Before this pandemic, before this lockdown, we were so much occupied with our project, our mission. We had this purpose we really wanted to fulfill. We wanted to take it to a higher level. And all of a sudden, out of blue, this pandemic just popped up and shut down the entire world. Never anyone anticipated that something as tragic and drastic as this could ever happen. And the passion with which we were working towards our mission, everything just came to a halt. And it is absolutely mesmerizing to see the massive change in the way we conduct our life today. The very perspective towards which we are geared up for life after this pandemic is going to transform the entire world. And look at the great side effect of this COVID-19. Our environment. This COVID-19 in just 2 months' time did something which astute planning by the intellectuals of the globe could not achieve for many, many decades. So if we look closely, what we see is a boon. The kind of proliferation we witnessed in consumerism was mind-boggling. The extent to which the consumerism went up. There is a plethora of variation of each product that you want to buy in the market. Unconceivably outrageous. And all these things are just being dumped on this earth. This earth was turned into kind of a garbage. Mindless consumerism. And the way we treated this entire planet, this earth where we live, was egregiously unacceptable. Let's accept this fact. What we did on this earth as human beings was absolute catastrophe. So you see this marketing and consumers making things available without any consideration. This COVID-19 has caused us to think, rethink, reconsider, ponder on things that we need to change immediately. And if we do not change our course of action, things could go haywire in much more nasty and worse way. In fact, if you look at the aquatic species who joyfully swirl around the sea and our rivers, they are back again. They are having a lot of fun. Indeed, they are having fun first time in their lives. You see, the proliferation of the number of places to hang out and meet friends and, just going out. I mean, people are so distracted. There are bewildering number of ways in which we can distract ourselves today. Absolutely crazy. So now is the time to wire the brain chemical in order to approach humanity from a different perspective of life altogether. And this is the time. And we gotta gear up. The time is now. So since we are approaching the last leg of this quarantine and this lockdown, when things may come back to normal, all prayers for that, it's very important for us to be conscious. The journey from compulsiveness to consciousness is the key to joy and happiness that resides within us. We don't have to do a lot of things that we do. Look at the wardrobe right now. Go and open your wardrobe. Do you require as many clothes as you have? I'm asking you, my dear friends. Do you require as many shoes? I mean, just asking, maybe number of belts that you have. I mean, do you really require them? And do we need as much food as we consume every single day? Not really, not required. Right? So, no wonder the elites of the people, they wear the same clothes every day, like Mark Zuckerberg, and there's so many people. They eat the same food every single day and wear the same piece of clothes every day. I'm not saying that you should do that, but at least there has to be a constraint on that. There has to be a conscious decision in the process of doing what you are doing, what all of us are doing, and time is now. If we do not change the course of action now, it'll be rather too late. So compulsiveness means senseless. Senseless does not mean that you don't have a sense. It means that you are slave to senses. Senseless means you are slave to your senses. And if you are compulsive, it means you are slave of your senses. You are just drawn, being sucked by small, mediocre, transient, ephemeral pleasures, and you just give up easily. You don't have your own calling. You don't have your own decision to make. You don't have a ground to stand on. You are just pushed around by your petty desires, and you make your life so small. Okay, so here we are. We have been given this huge boon of COVID-19. Okay, it's not a curse. It's not a curse at all. We need to introspect within ourselves. I know there have been massive losses in business or in so many ways, but I think if we change from within, everything outside will change as well. There has been much more trouble in the past of many different kinds that we have coped with. But the benefits of this, now we need to look at from a different vantage point where we could see the blessing that this pandemic is going to leave us with. And of course, we have to be cautious. I know there are so many sectors which nose-dived. I understand that it's very cruel on so many sectors. But having said so, it has totally changed the spectrum of our understanding, in which we can actually transform the way we do things in our lives. And from here on, things will be much more prosperous, much more productive we could be. And at the same time, be very responsible. Be absolutely responsible to what we are doing. So with this message, I would like to call upon all of you, my dear friends, to come forward and be a helping hand in order to nurture the nature as it is. We just leave the nature as it is, not destroy it. This is all we need to do. And if we take personal responsibility, things will transform. We don't have to blame the government. We have to take our personal responsibility, because this is very important. It's so easy to go out and blame the world. It's so easy to pass the buck, but taking responsibility takes courage. So let's be courageous enough to take responsibility, at least what you can do in your capacity, whatever capacity, like turning a light off. We don't require turning the fan off when you go out of your room. Can't you do that? I see so many people, they just leave it, fan is on, geyser is on. What small things just you could do at home. Look around what you can save it. It's so precious. The water, everything that makes your life convenient could be a matter of scarcity. Always remember that. And you won't realize it unless it is taken away from you. And once it's taken away, you will have nothing but regret having lost it. So become conscious now, and it is gonna be the blessing that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. It will change our life in so many ways. So with these prayers, and from this divine zone of Shunya Shikhar Ashram, where His Holiness Sadhu Faldev Maharaj gave the wisdom of knowledge to the world, disseminated the subtlest form of energy of atom across the globe from this place. And in the form of Swarved today, we enhance our energies, our perception to a level where everything just goes off. Even perception itself goes off through the window of consciousness. That's a different spectrum altogether. That's spirituality. But His Holiness Sadhu Faldev Maharaj has also talked about how to keep a very harmonious balance between humankind and nature. And here we are, we need to strike a chord, a very balanced, harmonious chord between us, human beings, and nature. Because this nature is made of higher intelligence. We can boast of having been to the best universities and have done this and that, but one microorganism brought the entire world to a standstill. Can you imagine? We boasted about being a nuclear powered nation, blah blah blah, XYZ. One button can destroy the entire world. Here we are. One foreign particle just right into our system can just throw everything off balance. So my dear friends, my request to all of you, wake up now and take personal responsibility and be part of this burgeoning change and be part of this transformating time towards higher dimension of life. So with these words, thank you so much. My prayers and love and peace. Peace to all. Thank you.